if I had any tips to share when you first find out that you need to go through IVF, I think one of my first top tips for anyone with MS is to use the services of the MS nurses that are out there. Collectively, they just have so much experience. The first time I called, it was actually just for a general check-in around my medications, and we talked and talked and talked around fatigue, just what was going on for me in terms of my MS. And I actually forgot to tell her that I was trying to get pregnant and that I was about to go through that process. And when I told her, she just went, "Why didn't you say that right from the start?" And then this wonderful nurse proceeded to stay on the line and chat to me. I think it was for a good hour. It was just such an incredible service. And these are really experienced people, experienced women who've, had children as well, some of them. And she was actually able to give me this huge amount of advice about breastfeeding, even general advice that wasn't necessarily related to actually having MS. That's the first thing I would say is just make that email or that phone call and just put it in your calendar, just have that initial discussion. And they will check in with you along the way, which is a really helpful support. The second thing that I found really, really helpful, and I know not everyone has it's a privilege to be able to do this, but I did have a regular psychologist. I'm not great with uncertainty, and having someone to speak to, crucially, especially around that time when you're about to do that test. And I had a few appointments actually locked in at those times, knowing that there were potentially some disappointments ahead.